Gentlemen, this is Mantelligence, and today we're going to show you how not to be ugly. We know you've heard it all before. Dress nice, exercise regularly, smile abundantly, develop healthy routines and healthy habits. And all this common sage-like guidance is really good advice, but we're Mantelligence. That means we're going to dig a little deeper into today's video, right, Kay?
You gosh darn right, Beardy. Now, fellas, let me ask you a question. Have you ever been with a girl and things seem to be going okay? You think you're doing everything right, when all of a sudden, something changes in her demeanor and you get the sense you did something terribly wrong? Maybe she gives you a lame excuse and leaves, or maybe it's more subtle, something in her body language that you can't quite put your finger on. Either way, you're left alone and ghosted, wondering what the heck just happened. Well, chances are you made one of these critical mistakes and displayed one or more of the most common habits that instantly make you uglier. Number 5, us and them. When we talk about learning how not to be ugly, we're talking about so much more than how to pose for the perfect selfie. See, if you want to know how to get your crush to like you, you have to know what she's looking for. And one of the first things she'll notice when deciding whether or not to date you is how you talk about other people. That's because your communication style, what you talk about, and the words you use is a reflection of how you view and interact with your world. And if everything you say about other people is negative or judgmental, at best she thinks you're a major buzzkill, and at worst she thinks you're an arrogant jerk. Here's the point. Being a hater is one of the biggest reasons girls think you're unattractive, and it's the fastest way to turn any girl off. It's a sure sign of a lack of confidence and mental fortitude, and women want to be around guys who bring positive energy. Hashtag good vibes only. So before heading out on that date, make sure to polish not just your shoes, but your attitude and communication style too. Number 4, only speak the truth.
Fellas, want to know how to become more confident? The first and most important steps are to stop doubting yourself and to stop practicing self-defeating behavior. And the worst, most self-defeating behavior that no woman will find attractive is lying. Besides the obvious trust issue that lying creates, literally lying implies that you have something to hide, even if you don't. And super confident guys who are comfortable with themselves don't feel they need to hide who they really are. I'm just not talking about big, bold, evil villain lies. I'm talking about all the little white lies guys sometimes share when they're trying to impress someone. Little white lies about how often you go to the gym when you know you haven't been in months, or that you used to be the manager at GameStop when you know you were just the assistant manager, or that time you saw a giant bear just 10 feet from your tent when the bear was actually a little cub and it was about 100 yards away. Yes, these are all harmless little white lies, but committing yourself to speaking the truth forces you into a self-confident mindset. And the more you practice it, the more confident you'll become. Every time you speak the truth, it's like you're making small, incremental deposits into your self-worth. And those deposits will add up over a lifetime of a relationship and pay huge dividends. And to be clear, no one is saying be a goody two-shoes nice guy. In fact, don't be the nice guy. Click the link to this vid to find out how.
Number 3, it's the little things. Gents, there's some obvious and common knowledge we need to discuss because too many guys are continually coming up short in this all too important area. Grooming regularly is essential. You've heard it 100 times before, but you want to know how to make any girl fall in love? The devil is in the details, as the saying goes. Sure, you need to shower, shave or trim, wear deodorant, and brush your teeth. Duh, everybody knows that. But what you can't forget to address are the little details that are guaranteed to gross out any woman if left neglected. We're talking about the nitty-gritty, like your toenails, nose hair, ear hair, randomly insane long body hairs, and yep, you guessed it, your manscaping routine. Because let's be frank, you have a perfectly valiant but formidable goal of taking your clothes off one day, hopefully in the presence of a woman. And when that moment comes and the shoes and socks and shirts start haplessly flying about in a fit of romance, the absolute last thing a woman wants to see is a gnarly shovel of a toenail or a fuzzy moss patch where a shoulder should be. Make sense? So make sure to set yourself up for 100% success by regularly grooming 100% of your body. Practicing thorough grooming habits is one of the habits women love.
But let's just say you're not sure where to start your grooming routine. Just start from the top, like literally. I'm talking about your scruffy, neglected face. Why start here? Your face is by far the most noticeable part of you, so you get the most bang for your buck. So shave, brush your teeth, and get a skincare system designed to make you look awesome. Which skincare system do we recommend? You guessed it, today's sponsor, Tiege Hanley. Teach Hanley offers 5 different scientifically formulated systems to choose from, and each product in their systems are made with high-quality ingredients that will help you obtain and maintain ridiculously clear skin. And better yet, their systems are super easy to incorporate into your daily routine, since they come with an instruction card that tells you when to use each product, how much to use, and in what order. So remember, it's the little things you take care of that have the power to truly attract women. And Teach Hanley's facial cleansing system is exactly the type of detail-oriented tool you can use to make yourself a little less ugly. And if you don't know which system to use, we recommend starting with Teach Hanley's Level 1 skincare system. It gives you all the basics: a face wash, an exfoliating scrub, and AM/PM moisturizers. All of this for only $25. But since you're part of the Mantelligence family, they're offering you an exclusive discount to try their already super affordable system at an amazing price. Click the link in the description to get the exclusive discount. Hey guys, real quick, if you could just stop trimming your nose hair for a second, I just need to remind you that at the end of this video, I'm going to share one of the most disgusting habits that instantly make you uglier. So hang in there till the end to master the art of how not to be ugly. Now let's get back to the last 2 items on our list.
Number 2, down in the valley. Back to the topic of grooming, we have to pay some special attention to, and briefly tiptoe through, some sensitive subject matter. And yes, I'm talking about your manscaping habits. Don't have a manscaping routine to speak of? Well, that's a problem you need to address immediately. Even if you're the long hair don't care Jason Momoa type, the let the drapes match the curtains attitude is one of the fastest ways to turn off any woman. While there may be those women out there with enormous hearts who are willing and able to love even the mangiest of beasts, most women would much rather have a well-groomed and well-behaved stallion over a shaggy and unruly ass, if you catch my drift. You know what I mean? You picking up on what I'm putting down? So if you don't already, start including this unmentionable weed patch in your grooming maintenance routine pronto, because in this case, out of sight should not mean out of mind. Number 1, always have a minty fresh plan. Ever heard someone say that something left a bad taste in their mouth? Well, it's a figure of speech, of course, but I'm being a little more literal with this one. So ever wonder what's the most unattractive thing guys do? I think you know where I'm heading with this. Yep, it's to literally leave a bad taste in her mouth. Imagine this scenario. You put in all the hard work. You dress nice, you smell nice, you dazzle her with your tantalizing conversation and make her giggle with your clever quips. And then at the end of the night, you lean in for a smoocheroo and, you repulse her and send a shock to her gag reflexes with your dragon breath. And that's the last impression you leave her with at the end of the night. All that hard work you did up until that point quickly fades away. The last impression is the lasting impression, as the saying goes. So what's the solution? It's really simple. Make sure you end the night on a high note and always be prepared. It's the 21st century, and there are literally hundreds of on-the-go mouth care solutions. Mints, gums, pocket-sized mouthwash. It doesn't matter what you choose, just as long as you have a plan. The absolute worst habit that instantly makes you uglier.
Hey, Kay, what's your worst dating nightmare? Is it being with a guy that looks a little sloppy or lacks total self-confidence?
Beardy, it's so thoughtful of you to ask. Want to know the truth?
Yeah, Kay, that's sort of why I asked you.
Okay, stop being sassy and listen. My worst dating nightmare was being stuck on a date with a guy who was totally boring.
Well, was he at least super hot?
I mean, he was cute, but it was like having a hot guy poster on my wall. He was nice to look at, but at the end of the day, I was just talking to a wall. So fellas, the number 1 habit that instantly makes you uglier is being completely and utterly boring. And unfortunately, these days, it's getting harder and harder for us girls to find a fun, lively guy who actually has something interesting to say other than, "You have the most beautiful eyes, babe." But I get it. There's so much pressure on you guys to be super career-driven and financially successful that you allow yourselves to get buried in the daily grind, and you forget to take the time to live your life. I do it.
And so I do. And here at Mantelligence, we totally get it. Even we have to occasionally stop and remind ourselves to unplug and go live a little. This is actually the 5th time we've used this Mantelligence guideline and told you to turn off the computer and go make some memories. So I guess that's our cue to get out of here and go do something fun. At the very least, it might give us an interesting story to tell. Those are the 5 habits that will instantly make you uglier and the single most important piece of advice to remember if you're at all interested in how not to be ugly. And don't forget to check out Teach Hanley Skincare Systems using our exclusive discount in the description. Thanks for watching.